Oh, okay. I'm learning this new thing. Yeah, welcome back to Commission Reviews. I'm so sorry. The Queen of Reality TV. We are talking about love and marriage. Huntsville, I apologize, guys. I am on Restream, and I've told you guys this yesterday. This is my second live using Restream. I am going to eventually do. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm sorry. I was like, what? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to eventually uh do like a review about it. I'm sorry, let me get my notes together. I apologize, y'all, that I really thought I had to myself this. So now the way I do it, it's the way the Restream has it where I can copy my notes right here behind the studio. And so I'm doing that right now. So give me just a second. Um, let's see. Let me Okay, now let me copy this and then go to my studio. I think it's so cool that I'm able to do this. Okay, perfect. Now I did send the link to the ladies. Not sure if they're going to come. If they're going to come, a little late. Not for sure about that because, like I said, Restream is new for them as well. I'm not sure if they have to download or do anything. So we'll wait and see. Also, too, I did have it where they're able to add their channels. So, like I said, let's just tune in and see how this goes. All right. So let me start with Kimmy tells Mel. Oh, I can even change it. That looks horrible. Hold on. About Chris and Trisha. Mel says she doesn't like Trisha and she feels like that, her and Martell got their freak on. I mean, I understand where Mel's coming from, to be honest. Mel's looking like, look, I can't believe anything you say. And let's be clear, we're being completely honest. Trisha really has come on here and really has done nothing but tell lies. Oh, also, really quick, I want to also, guys, if you see in the left corner, there is my Cash App QR code you can scan if you want to donate to the channel. I'm able to do that. Also, I'm able to showcase my merch a little bit better than the way I wasn't able to do that through StreamYard. So this is also a QR code. If you guys want to check out my merch, purchase my merch, I'm going to be able to put it up here. It'll just be a little bit easier for you guys to purchase my merch that way. That's something new and exciting that I really do like about this Restream. But anyway, to continue, let me do my don't want this up there. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, the way Mel's looking at it, and again, I agree with Mel. Wait, it says welcome to the panel. They ain't even up here. Hold on. There we go. That's the one I wanted. I actually agree with Mel because I feel like this. Like it's she continually gets crapped on. I feel like Mel continually gets crapped on. Period. That is all that I see from just watching this show. Okay. She's like, look, remember Chris cheated at one point in time too. So it sounds like the same old ghetto boys, you know what I'm saying, getting together type situation. Mel was like, oh, okay. But she said she's not fooling with Trisha. She's not invited to anything anymore. She had nothing to do with her. She said, why would I want to mess around with somebody that was sleeping with my husband when I was still married to him? Okay. And I'm like, what? Who would want to do that? Let's be honest. Who would want to actually do that? I did put a poll in the YouTube chat. Let me see if I can go over there and just check if you guys have commented on the. Well, okay. So the question I put is Mel right about Trisha? And 100% I have yes from you guys. God, dog. Michelle, please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, please. Okay. Just do me that favor. Um, that's crazy that y'all said yes. Wow. If you on Twitter, go to the poll. I would like to hear your opinion about this, honestly. Some of the things that Mel said, Mel be cutting deep when she says the things that she says. For one thing, Mel said, she brought a gift for the kids to Trisha's party. She said, I bought money for them to celebrate them. She said, with your circle of men. I was like, girl, I'm telling you, she does not play when she reads, and she doesn't play when it comes to herself and her piece. And that's what I'm getting from Mel. The more I watch Mel, the more I like her, because she doesn't play with her piece. Period. A lot of us do. I don't. But I'm just saying, she doesn't play with her piece, and she doesn't play with her respect and her circle and who she fools with. She barely fools with the circle she's known for years, which is the Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? When it comes to Trish, I'm just meeting you. I'm not fooling with you. She fooled with Sunny, who's also a new whatever, but she would not fool with Trisha, and that sealed the deal for her. With all the lies Trisha has spouted out, she's changed her story so many times. It's ridiculous. There is like, oh, hold on, let me add. Did I add her? Okay, yes, I did. Hey, now, how you liking the restream, man?
It's cool. I mean, just been on it for 5 seconds.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, I don't know how it is for you, you little brat. I don't know how it is for you to, on the other side, to how it looks when you get invited. I don't know how that looks. I'm trying to figure out. Look, it's the same thing.
It looks exactly the same. I just had to create an account, and it wasn't nothing but my email and password, and it sent me right to your stream.
Okay, because before, whenever I would add people to StreamYard, I would have so many problems with my guests getting on. Like the people who've never had it before, they would have to download it, would struggle with it on the mobile. So it's just funny how you said it was a. And I know how you love technology as well. So on top of the fact, it's like
I was thinking it because once I clicked on the link and it started asking for signing up for stuff, I said, "Oh Lord, please! I don't want to have to go find no credit card or nothing."
Right?
But you just sign up, and it took me right to the stream.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Can you add your channels? I have the link. I have the toggle where it says. That's what I wanted to know. Was it easier also with that?
I haven't seen anything about adding a channel.
What?
Work on it.
Let me see. Did I have that toggled? I don't even know how to do it. I thought I had that toggle where you're able to add your channel. I could have sworn it should be set like that. Where anyway, okay. Sorry about that. Because I'm still learning this also, but it said that you should be able to add your channel. God, I hate this. I still gotta work on that too. All right. Anywho, I could have sworn the link I sent y'all because like before when I first created it said, do you want to add people for them to add channels? And I said, yes. So maybe I didn't do it right. All right, to continue, hold on, somebody else is here, or just me and you?
Okay. Is it Erica?
No, because on the corner it tells me people are here, and let's come talk about a little bit. I still gotta learn that. It's cute how y'all come in too. It makes a little beep sound. So anyway, what I was saying was, go back to my notes. Girl, by the way, I can have my notes in the studio. You can paste your notes for your show. It's pretty badass. I'm not gonna front. I'm not even gonna front. It is. And cheaper. I was talking about Kimmy telling what I said was I really respect Mel the more I watch her, because in the beginning I had I told you guys I kind of had like a I don't know question mark. I thought maybe she's whining a lot. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I thought she was being like whiny. I didn't understand, because I had just started watching it 2 years ago. But since the past 2 years, I respect her so much more, and I feel like that the people on the cast feel like shit. I'm sorry, and that's the way I feel about it. And I feel like that I can understand why she feels the way she feels, and how you said what you said in the past when I first started watching this, and even with Erica, I completely get it now. You guys were 100% right. They treat her really awful, and so when she heard about Trisha, she was like, "Girl, I came there about the kids' money," and the way she was talking, like I wasn't there for you in your circle of men. I died. But excuse me, it was true what she said because Trisha lied so much. She said, I believe that she messed with my man while I was still married to him. I'm not fooling with you. She's not invited to anything. And I respect the decision. I understand why Trisha has lied so much. And I saw the next episode, and you're gonna get pissed. That's all I'm gonna say, because it's just like, girl, you just doing way you doing way too much, in my opinion. So go ahead, Mom. I want you to touch on that. That conversation was crazy. And Kimmy being super messy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's what I was gonna say. All of them are messy. It's time for Carlos to let this show go. Find another love in Marriage City. This one is too toxic. None of these people get along. All it is a group of telephone. Let me come over here and tell Mel what Trisha said, so I can go run back and tell Trish what Mel said. Like, that's all that this is, and it's tiring to watch. But since we're reviewing it scene by scene, Kamisha, where you go?
No, I could do that. Then when you was talking, so I just was highlighting you talking about something.
I was like, I thought something
happened. No, girl, nothing happened. I'm able to do that while you talking.
This is a new app. I don't know nothing.
I know, same. I'm just learning too.
But I was just saying, in that scene, since we're judging it without knowing all the pettiness, I'm not mad at Kimmy for coming back and running tell Mel the new information about the Trisha and Martell saga. Did you know your mentors was the one hooking him up, telling him it's a fine, thick lady walking in the gym?
Not a fine
last name. I'm over that last name thing, but we're gonna get to that later.
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm not mad at Kimmy for telling Mel.
Okay, gotcha. No, I understand that part. I'm not mad at her. I was just saying she's messy, but she's not messy that often. And I don't know if she was actually saying the information to be like, girl, I think you should know this information. I think it was leaning more toward that. You know what I'm saying? But still probably be a little messy because of the lipstick fiasco they had about a week ago. So, a little bit of that too. Come on, be honest. Yeah. Right, I ain't mad at it either. But okay, so anyway, so the Destiny and Tisha and they was having that conversation, girl, and the whole Martell pop-up situation to me. What are your thoughts about that? Because that to me was like, I'm confused. Like, why are you popping up? And then go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
Two things. Number one, Destiny, you ain't shit because I don't know how stream. I know you got to wait 10 minutes for you cursing. I think we say. But
yeah, we are. Go ahead.
You ain't shit, Destiny, because that was a setup. That was a setup. You know that Tisha, your so-called supposed to be friend, y'all brunching. Y'all supposed to be kicking it, having brunch, and you told Martell, I'm with Tisha at so-and-so restaurant, pull up. That was a setup, and I thought Destiny wasn't shit for that. Number two, I'm not mad at Tisha for walking out.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm tired of my husband ain't here, so I gotta go. Because I'm gonna cuss you out if my husband present or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna cuss you out. Martell was not there to apologize. He was there to continue to keep up some mess. Me and Tisha are two different kind of women because I probably wouldn't have left. I would have sat there because I would have been with the shits and I would have cussed his ass out and then I would have left. But I'm not mad at Tisha for protecting her peace because in real life right now, that's what I'm trying to do, protect my peace. So I'm not mad at anybody for removing themselves so they high blood pressure don't have to go up.
Agreed. I actually agree with that. And it's funny how you said that. I said the same thing, that as far as protecting your peace, I'm 100% for that. That's what I was saying about Mel. Why she moves the way she moves is because she is protecting her peace. And I 100% feel that. And the same with me, with real life. That's what I'm doing. I got to start doing that, period. Because
you do.
I have to. Going into this new year and just period going forward in my life. So for me, I'm just like, girl, it was just a lot. But when I'm telling you something about her getting up, I wouldn't have left. I don't care about husband's not there. I'm not saying I don't respect my husband. What I'm saying is I would have stood up for myself. I don't need to have him to protect me at all times where I can't. There go my girl. Where I can't.
Yeah, Erica.
Yes, it is. Where I'm not allowed to speak. Hey, mama.
Hey.
Hey, I'm on this restream and I could have sworn I sent you guys the link and I thought I had modified it where it was like you guys can add your channels. Was there anything? Because I'm still learning this restream myself. I'm
I couldn't, but it also said, I don't know the rules. When I signed in, it said you can't add your channel once the live is started.
okay. So that means that I must have did something wrong because when I did a live the other day, I had a interview. And I was setting it up at the very bottom. It said add a channel. So like I said, I'm still learning it. So next, I'll have it done right. And that's messed up. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, welcome, Erica. We are discussing um the mess that is. First, I want you to kind of comment because we kind of really just got started.
Yeah. We can
And
go back to the first scene real
yeah,
quick.
yeah, I just want her to hear. Well, I said that Kimmy and Kimachi's TV agreed that Kimmy was a little bit messy, but also understandably because of how Mel did her with the lipstick crap, telling her all the mess. So I said I agreed with Mel's move to say she has nothing to do with Trisha, and to believe that her and Marcel did do something. Like, girl, you slept with my husband, excuse me, while we were still married, regardless we were separated, whatever, And she said I don't believe that they didn't, and the fact of the matter is she's asking. I'm sorry, I'm hearing that from Kimmy. She's like, this is weird. The whole cousin, all that crap. And Mel just said, I'm done with all of it. I came to your kids' party with money, not the circle of men. Go ahead and give me your opinion, Mom. What's your 2 cents?
Okay, so as I say every week, um, totally produced because I was like, Kimmy, she just questioned your marriage last week or the week before last or whatever. So why, um, so why are you just chilling at her house having lunch? So that was my first thing. Is everybody still there?
No, we good, Mama.
Same thing.
It's the restream, the different little things. It's really cute. Go
Oh,
ahead.
right. When people are speaking, yeah, I think I saw
Yes,
that. Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I'm like, "Ooh, where'd everybody go?" Okay, so that was one thing. So I just was like, "Okay, so that part was totally fake." So whatever she was there for, it wasn't really to build their friendship. So that was the kind of the underlying tone from it. It was sort of messy, but I don't know. I don't think Melody was giving off friend vibes to Trisha anyway because yeah, I agree with Melody. Nobody believes that she didn't sleep with them.
Mhm.
I think it's interesting how we keep coming back to Chris hooking up Martell with her. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because really the way for Trisha to come back and say that Melody is messy or whatever, and I think we're gonna see this in the clip for next week. Like we all messy. That's
Yes, we are.
that's that's why we here. That's why
Period.
we're here, boo.
Yes.
So to kind of bring it back to kind of add some sort of antig and
Mhm.
I don't think they was gonna be friends anyway. You did sleep with my husband. We went back and forth. You slept with him. Not only did you sleep with him, you slept with him in my house. Like that was always gonna be a rocky relationship.
Yes, God help us. That is not a rocky relationship.
That relationship was
It's messed
doomed
up.
from the beginning.
It was. It really was from the first lie at the first gate. Period. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So we're talking about now. We just got started talking about how Destiny, not Destiny. I'm sorry. Trisha, Tisha, whatever, got up and left because Martell popped up, which I said that Martell, oh God, so Martell is lame. Kimachi said he was not coming to apologize, but I said I would not have got up and left. My husband does not have to be
Nope.
my, person to protect me at all times. I would have went the fuck off, whatever that looked like. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I need to do and handle my business. And I would have told my husband this was going on because it shows her like running off and rushing his 911 to her husband. You are not going to be, it's like, girl, you're acting like he slapped you. I'm sorry.
You cannot talk to me with my husband not
Like
pregnant.
I thought,
I don't like that kind because I could speak up for myself.
yes,
And I appreciate my husband will have my back, but I
yes.
can speak up for myself and I could cuss you out all alone.
Mm-hmm. Erica.
Yeah, I totally agree. First of all, I was like, "Wait, I can't be in the room
Mhm.
because my husband's not like, is this the 1800s? What
Come
is
on,
he
Donna
talking
Reed.
about?" And I'm like, he called you a whole hoe
Yes.
2 weeks ago, right? He done said people ran a train on you, you doing
A
threesomes.
mess.
He had a
A
lot to say
mess.
about what you did in college. And if you have a
Yeah.
response, you need to give it. And I think
Mhm.
unfortunately, and so then it kind of gave the appearance, at least in that particular scene, that Martell
He
was
was
going to apologize. But Martell said, on her side, on my side, on both sides. So he
What
wasn't
does Tisha have to
exactly
apologize
committed
for?
to apologizing.
Wow. I I'm look. This is the thing. Tisha to me is in the position. It's like I don't even understand why her name or anything is even a part of the conversation. It's really irritating to me because it's like, why is it every time something going on, you keep bringing up what she did in her bedroom instead of addressing the husband? It's like, what's the tea? Are you scared of him or so? What is it? You keep talking about you're protecting him, all this crap. Which, I mean, we're gonna get to that part too. I don't. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I think that anything he said about Tisha back in
Mhm.
college or at all, unless he's caught Tisha, unless he got receipts on Tisha who she cheating with, then he don't really need to say anything about her. But the one thing I can agree with everybody, like if you do have something, just say it already. You're getting
Look,
on my
100%.
nerves.
Um, Getting on my nerves real bad. I just really think that honestly that um the storyline is ridiculous. I'm not
It's
gonna say
it's
well, Kim, said the whole show they be thrown in the trash, but I
totally
just think the
trash.
storyline is ridiculous to me. Y'all talking about college
They don't have nothing else
affairs.
to talk about. Like throw it in the trash, y'all. Somebody said they're already filming the next season.
Golly, they
What else?
probably are.
You're not talking about nothing different. I'm not reviewing. I'm not.
They already girl, and it's to me everything that happened as far as. Well, one thing I will say about Huntsville compared to the other shows, like baby, when the people getting locked up all last year, they keep it as very fresh as as possible. I just feel like that the other franchises, which is on the Cardinals' thumb still, needs to catch up. But anyway, with that being said, I'm still gonna review it. I think I'm just really hoping that what I would like to see, to be honest, is to go away with because I feel like that Mel is stuck in Huntsville. She can't do anything,
It's,
and I feel like she don't like the people she work with. I'm just being honest.
she does.
So what do you do? What do you do when you in that position? Is what I'm trying to say. Like, what do you do? Because
She can't do anything as long as she has joint physical custody with Martell, because that means the kids have to stay in the state of Alabama. Um, until she can do something with the custody where she has sole custody and she's allowed to move on with her life, she's stuck in Huntsville. It's nothing she can do. And that is what it is. Um, but because Melody has expressed wanting to move to Atlanta, she wants to do other
mm-hmm.
things. She doesn't want to be in Huntsville. We've seen Melody cry about it, and I feel really bad for her. But
Yeah, it's messed up. It really is. It's messed up. What do you think, Erica?
Yeah. Yeah. I, I don't know. I mean, I think the show would struggle without her.
struggling
So,
now.
Oh, it would. It would
but
though. You're right.
but I think it would. But I do also think that we need to. I don't like people on the show. You're not really
Mm.
showing us your life. So outside of like just these little tips, like I mean, I can't imagine she's in Huntsville not dating or whatever. Like, I want to see a little bit more. We saw her shoot down Marquez or whatever. So yeah, so I want to see more of that. I want to see more of her. Like, what's the kind of person she really would be at her level, and how is Martell really gonna be looking? When she starts bringing him to functions, like that
But
would be
they can't
interesting.
even do
That's what I
that.
want to see. Like, if you're really going to show us her life,
They cannot be at a function.
pardon
They
me?
have a restraining order or some kind of no contact order where that's why they don't film together. They can't even be in the same scene. Martell,
And that's also another stupid reason why
Well,
it's ridiculous that
regardless.
they're even on the show. It's like, remember how we watched Martin and Gina? They couldn't even film that last season, so the show was done. Like in that kind of circumstances, how can you even film? Like it's ridiculous. I don't get it.
But I would say though that because I didn't do a
Mhm.
review on this, but kind of like with Bell Collective, I feel like this is what Carlos's
Mm.
MO is. Like these people have restraining orders against each other and stuff, and then he still asks them to be on the show, and then be like, "Well, how do you think it feels to film with this person, dude? You are
Right,
causing me to
right.
film with this
Bell
person."
Collective is
So
different.
what?
I think Bell Collective is different. They
True.
said they had a peace order. I don't think because filming you cannot break a restraining order for a reality show. I don't think what So Gucci had on Selena was a real
We have to look that up.
no
To see.
contact order. You can't be within 500 feet of me because So Gucci could have easily this girl over here next to me. She gotta go. I don't think it was. I think what Melody has on Martell is a real restraining order, and they cannot be around each other at all.
I need somebody to send that to me because I swear I
Because
don't
she
know
had
what one it is though.
a peace order isn't a restraining order.
Right. And I thought when So Gucci explained it, or the way they
Mhm.
tried to frame it was, uh, um, Selena couldn't come by her, but if she wanted to go be by Selena, then it wouldn't be a problem or something. Because I do remember there was a clip somewhere I saw where she was trying to halfway explain it, and I was like, okay, whatever. You're just saying this to explain why you guys are
Mhm.
obviously filming. You know what I'm saying? After you quote unquote
Right.
got whatever kind of order. So it's like, so yeah, so I agree. I think I would have to actually see the order because she tried to kind of rephrase it
Mhm.
later in something. I forgot what I was watching, and it didn't really
Mhm.
fully make sense. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's probably up to whoever to say, okay, are we going to charge you or call the police when you violate, right? So, but either way, I mean, even if Martell and Melody's protective order or restraining order is still in place, regardless, I still, like she doesn't have to. I'm not dying to see scenes with her and
No, I'm
Martell
not.
either way, but I do want to see scenes with whoever she's dating and how she's going to integrate that with her children, how she's going to integrate that with her family, how she's going to integrate that with these college friends and all know Martell and run back and tell Martell everything she does. The same way we kind of saw a few promotional pictures of Sheree. It's the same thing. I want Martell, I want Melody to date and actually see who she, otherwise we're not seeing your
But
life.
whose
We're
life
just
are we
seeing,
seeing?
well, Trisha and Ken are trying to
Oh
hold
my
it down
Yeah,
for
gosh.
the
that's
whole
why we're
show.
over them. So we aren't seeing anything of Marcel and Tisha. We just see them building a house. We don't see shit about Kimmy and Maurice.
By who? Oh yeah, we don't.
We don't see anybody's life. So we can't just hold it all on Mel. We don't know anything that's going on in anybody's life.
Well, I will say, well, yeah, because I think the only thing we really saw with Kimmy and Maurice, I don't know if it was last season or season before, when Maurice's son wouldn't clean his room, but Maurice wouldn't tell him. Just, it was kind of crazy. I was like, am I really watching this right now?
I don't know. They're just it's just sad to be at this age sometime. I feel
They
like.
all have the Nene Leaks
Oh.
mindset. And I'm saying it in this manner where I've been on this show, I've carried this show, I've showed my life. So now we're just going to be the top dogs and we're going to carry bones of the new people. We're just going to sit scene to scene and talk about shit that happened 15 episodes ago, 15 seasons ago, and we're just going to carry bones, but they aren't showing us any of their life. Like they all feel like I'm at this level now, so I ain't got to get down and dirty. All I got to do is let's talk about Trish and Ken. Let's talk about Sonny and oh boy in jail. That's it. That's all. They bring on new people and exploit the new
Yeah.
people, and they sit up here and just talk shit about what's going on with the new people, but nobody is showing their life.
And I guess we'll see what happens in the next episode, because to me, I feel like even though it's been a long time coming, this whole Marceau Martel sort of blowout, I mean, that's really the thing, because it's like whatever you have to say about about Marceau and what you and him have done, you should have said it a long time ago, but you need to
Okay,
say
I'm
it.
sorry, I got quiet for a minute. So first, I want to tell you guys, I
Yeah,
realized that
no
it
trouble.
was selected for this live. I'm not sure what y'all didn't, so I went and looked through the instructions about how to do it to add your channels, and I sent it to the group. I don't know because I already have channels added. It said that you're able to add it before the live. I'm not sure if I send you guys the link, if you have to go in there and add your channels. Then I'm still trying to learn it, but I sent you guys instructions for next weekend, and then y'all could just play with it after the live. But it's saying you should be able to. You should have been able to add it for
Okay.
this stream. But anyway, I'm sorry. Just wanted to say that. So I wanted to just
No problem.
briefly,
Thank you.
Destiny and her dad. That scene was actually nice. Of course, I miss my father. I know that some of you guys are really close to your dad, so that scene was actually nice. I feel it a little bit. It was a kind of a little longer stint than I thought it was going to be. Not in a bad way, but it was just nice to see that side because I think some of the reality shows showing that kind of stuff, they don't really want to do it, and it was just nice. I thought it was. What y'all think? I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but did
You
y'all have
already know what I did.
fast forward?
Yes.
I liked it, although it did leave me wondering where she's
Mhm.
at now with her mom. I know she said her father got custody
Mhm.
because her mother had these issues, and she's definitely someone who's only been a quarter of her life in
Mm.
the show this whole time anyway. So I don't really recall her ever like this the most she's talked about her
Right.
parents that I can remember. So it did have me like, kind of like with Bell Collective, what's her name? Marie, her mom has issues and stuff, and they've shown that on the show. Not saying that Destiny should, but it did leave me wondering, well, where's your mother now? Do you have a relationship with your mother? And if you
Right.
don't, like, I mean, it kind of shows a lot because it could explain why she has some
Mhm.
issues with her
Right.
female friendships,
Interesting.
honestly. But yeah, so I thought it was
I
cool.
also
It was
want to
cute.
talk about how when they no who was it? Wait, I'm sorry. Destiny and Tisha, they all met up for her. They were getting ready for her event or whatever, and Lance was there. That whole thing with Lance, I want to ask y'all about it because, of course, they keep doing these little hints and whatever about the two of them, how he picked about the floor. I was like, oh, so like, what is happening? What do y'all think about this Lance and Destiny? I don't know how old he is, but the man been married twice. He's grown, so it's whatever. I think it's cute. Destiny's struggle.
Yeah.
I think everybody gets a check. You get a check. You get a check. You get a
I
check.
can. I can.
Everybody
It's
gets a
not even
check.
that. Look, Destiny is single.
Right.
And Lance is handsome. I ain't gonna take that
Very
from
much so.
And she wants to get down. We know they're not together. We know in current time he has a baby with someone else. So
Mhm.
Destiny had her fun, and I'm not mad at it. She a single woman.
Not at all, Erica.
Well, what I was saying about getting a check is that scene felt like, okay, I'm just here to film, really. But I think in terms of them
Check.
actually hooking up, yeah, I think they were a cute little couple. I didn't realize they weren't together
I didn't know
now,
that.
but
Look, to
yeah,
say
I
you
think
the
they're cute.
truth, the way they snuck it on there onto us, like they kept throwing little hints. Oh,
I don't think they were ever together. I think they were just hooking up.
they probably were.
And
And
they
then the
so
mama, I think Nail kind of blew out the bad. I don't think anybody really outside of the circle really actually knew. Like we didn't really. I never saw the videos about it or anything until Nail mentioned it. Was that last season? I think or whatever. So yeah.
But can we just address the elephant in the room? Ma'am,
Go
that's
ahead.
a storage facility. You can't put up no lights and shelves.
I was going ready to say, let's talk about the closet that we rented out for this event. I'm like, what?
You can put some boxes in there, but you can't be in there redecorating the storage locker, man.
I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, who is coming to this? Is she only inviting them? Is this only
And
this?
May is really bigging her up. Yeah, put some shelves over there a little bit. Ma'am, this is the storage facility. You paying $69 a month.
Oh my god.
Now I am not gonna pass judgment. Maybe extra space or live
my God.
storage has changed their rules and allow
Oh,
you
you
to
can-
decorate. I
Girl,
don't know.
what if you put 3 chairs in there, y'all gonna be crowded in that little space. I'm trying to figure out what's
You
happening.
stand in that damn space.
You couldn't put a table in there. Like, what event are we doing here? Like,
Ma'am,
this is
please stop. Please stop.
let's go be outside the storage room or something like that.
Look, all I can say is rent
Oh
is
my
rent. And if you
God.
ain't
I
got to
can't.
pay some commercial rent and you just got to pay $69 a month, go ahead, Dustin. You are giving entrepreneurs
I
You
can't.
can't
new
even work in there.
ideas.
It ain't even no damn outlets. What you gonna plug the shit into?
Girl, when he picked her up, I thought they were gonna fall down. I was like, damn, there's no room. Like the cameraman had to step outside of the foot to film it. Like, let me step out to get the whole area to get all y'all let it. I can't be in the room. It's too small.
Right,
This is sad.
everybody can't even stand in there. But go off, invest your good money on them people's storage locker.
All right, let's talk about this situation with Nail and talking to Destiny about this.
Oh no.
That's
Oh no. Oh no. We got to check Destiny real quick first.
for what? Hold on, but wait. It started with Nail talking. Wait, hold on. So who started the conversation about the
It
Well, it
started at the storage locker.
at Destiny at the storage locker when Destiny told Kimmy.
Oh yeah,
That's how it even came
she
out.
said
Because
she
I don't
didn't
think
want her.
Nell would have, because
Mhm.
Destiny told
Right.
them she wasn't going to invite her.
Okay.
That's
So
how they were either
right. You're
able to
right.
run back and tell
She
Nell, because
probably would
Nell
not
probably
have.
wouldn't
But
have
what I'm
thought
gonna say
about
is
it.
this about that. Okay, you're throwing the bachelor at party. So to me, you have to pull yourself out of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was a volunteer that she was asked. I have no idea. I can't remember. But the point I'm trying to make is that you're going to throw this party for her. It's for her wedding. Da da da. So you can't just be like, well, I'm gonna throw this party, but you can't invite such and such. You can't invite. That's my That's not how that works professionally. You have to suck that up and eat that. You know what I'm saying? Destiny, to me, I liked it, but in this episode, I was like, girl, you cannot do that when you can't even stand. But you're trying to tell, well, we'll get to that part. Trying to tell Mel and them how to be, but you do the same thing with Sunny. Anyway, I didn't like that part. I get why she feels the way she does, but that's the case. I would not have thrown the girl a party. You knew the girl goes to every event now, so you already knew throwing this party, she's going to show up there. So I wouldn't have thrown the party and not got it off if it really was that serious. Get my cheeks.
Destiny is delusional and
Delivered.
hypocritical, because how dare you say I gotta reevaluate my friendship if she invites Sunny, but you sitting over here every chance you get, you want to sit in Martell's face, but you don't understand why Melody got a problem with you.
Right.
Like, I hate bitches like that where I could do what the fuck I want to do, but if somebody do it to me, I don't understand.
Bestie.
I would cuss Destiny clear out. Destiny, this is why Mel don't fuck with you. This why you blocked. This why you uninvited, because you do the same shit to her, sitting up in Martell face, talking about he the good guy, he fine, rubbing lotion on him in the bathtub and all that other stuff. I believe they kind of hooked up too, the way you can't let Martell go and you see how he's treating your so-called friend.
Yeah, that friendship to me, I will say, is odd. Like, you knew about him cheating, and I'm not saying that's your man or anything, but if you guys are in this circle, you chose Martell a long time ago. So yeah, if I was me, I would feel away as well. Eric,
right? She can't understand how Mel feels, but she want everybody to understand how she feels about what's her name, Nell inviting Sunny. What make you better than anybody else?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think well, I thought originally she was Martell's friend first before meeting. I thought, how you're friends with somebody and then you become friends with their wife. So that being said, if you want to maintain your friendship with Martell, okay. But yeah, don't act surprised that Mel don't like you. That's not a shocker. But that being said, I think she should eat it. If she chose to be the, to host the party or whatever, she should eat it. But I agree with her absolutely. Now that Nell told you, well, I know what she did to you, but I gotta, make my own decision. Then that person has no loyalty to you. So you're right.
Yes.
Stand on that too. Be done. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know Martell was cheating on you, but hell, that was my friend. Okay, so now Melody don't fuck with you.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
It's Destiny.
Exactly.
Stand 10 toes. 10 toes down. Yes.
10 toes down both ways, because at the end of the day, if you have a friendship with Nell and she done met Sunny twice, but now all of a sudden you gotta, Sunny has to show me who she is. 100%. I'm not gonna prejudge. Then okay, then yeah, she's not really your, you get more loyalty from Trisha than you are from her. So go back kicking it with Trisha, because Trisha was riding with you. And
the thing about it, she like Trisha was really like, well, she really ain't my friend. I'm like, girl, but you like you God, I can't. It's just a lot. Y'all, the kid thing. Well, she's my friend, my convenient friend when I want to have a team to go against certain people. That's what this show gives me. Like, I'll be friends with somebody when I want to team up against such and such, but in real life, they're behind the scene. I'm gonna say, nah, she ain't my friend. It's too much. We all like, she's like I've been saying, and Mel stated, I'm almost 40. Like, it's too much for this age. I'm sorry. You're too big for this. I'm sorry. So let's see. So Mel and Chris finally had the conversation, which, baby, I was gagging. Mel is something else, baby. Not the RSVP into the conversation. Chris was super irritated with Miss Mel the entire time. Okay, I'm gonna give my thoughts at the end. Chris, my cheese, I'm so waiting to hear what you have to say, Mama. What's up?
I want to say, at least this time Chris told the same story that he told previously.
Not the cousin lying. Cousin lies.
All that. What I give a damn about is how they slowly snitch and tell on themselves when Mel said they y'all got contracts and NDAs, Chris said, "Hold up, that ain't me. That sounds like Maurice and Marceau, but not me." I said, "Oh."
I was laughing. Chris was so pissed off. Chris was like, you're not gonna try me, ma'am. Try again.
He heard that from Maurice and Marceau. I said, "Oh, he did."
He says, I'm above these little niggas you talk. He did not like it. I was like, oh my God.
He said, "Yeah, I cheated in the past, but I don't cheat no more."
Baby, it was the popcorn for this tea for me. Mel is something else. I cannot. You at a popcorn store for the tea?
Melody did it this scene because he had Chris snitching. I said, "Oh, tell me some more. What else they got?"
Oh my God. Oh, Erica.
Yeah, I loved this scene. And also what I really liked about this episode, and maybe next episode too, is that Melody she's going more with that natural no makeup look or whatever. So I really liked the way her face was done, but not everything so in your face. So it looked more natural. So I really love that. I mean, glam is great
me too.
but I liked the natural look a lot. I thought it was interesting because like it's like, okay, is she really buying what Chris is selling? No, but she's still gonna go to the to the celebration. I think it's interesting because it kind of goes back to the whole mentoring thing, because it's like, how are you all their mentors or whatever and counseling them as a couple? And like Chris, you were sort of facilitating this. I didn't know she was my cousin until after the fact. Sure, okay. And then but I'm glad that it all worked out. It was a cute scene. I think it's interesting that Chris was like, "Oh, I can't believe she was waiting to RSVP." And it's like, do you not understand that if me and my husband are coming to you for marriage counseling and then and the next day you're like hooking him up with side chicks to meet in our house, like even if we not together, I'm still not gonna mess with you. Like, I don't see why
I don't know why they were
so
even
shocking.
confused about any of that type of stuff, in my opinion. Like, how are you confused? Like, I'm not messing with none of y'all people. Y'all doing too much. But take my peace and my kids. Like, y'all still hell with my ex. Get out of here. Okay. And the potato salad, probably. But anyway, let's get to the final. I think this is Kim Cheese. Went for this for over a week. Okay. So and probably you too, Erica. Let's go.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, wait a minute. We've been watching all this other mess for 47 minutes. And now the last 11 minutes is like the whole reason why we're here.
They so smart.
Like, are you serious right
Annoying.
now? I was looking at the clock like, wait, what?
Look, it's so funny. We're at the time before 3 minutes. We're finna get to that part. That's hilarious. Okay, so Marceau and Trisha. I have so much to say about Marceau. I'm sorry. Martell, he started speaking and saying things. Martell says a lot of crap. I'm telling you, sometimes he be hitting it on right. And I feel like when he said, about Marceau telling his wife to stay there, I did not like that. And no, I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying at the end by Marceau, but I didn't like that part. Martell was spouting out stupid stuff. I get it, but if she didn't want to be a part of it, let the men have the conversation. Why would you make her stay? And you talk to her like she's like a freaking robot or something. I don't understand. Like, what year is this for them? He acts like this is a Donna Reed with the heels vacuuming with the perfect hair. Like, I don't understand that dynamic. That whole scene for me was trash, in my opinion. Not the dynamic between him and Martell, but the way Marceau was talking to Trisha. So whatever her name is, Tisha. I'm sorry, Tisha. And so when Martell pointed that out, he's pointing this out more than one time. But you can bash Martell all you want to, but Martell is telling the truth. He's known Marceau for a long freaking time. Come through. Come on, keep my cheeks.
Martell don't give a damn about how Marceau.
Oh, I didn't say he cared. I just said he was right. He
is upset that Melody does not act or did not act like Tisha, and that
That's true too.
That's all Martell care about.
No, it's not just that. My mom tripped. I'm sorry. It's not just that. The fact that Marceau did the same thing, and I do believe it. I'm sorry that Martell did 20 plus women or whatever he's talking about, and all the sharing, and he's mad that she stayed and she left. But go ahead, Mama.
Right, that's it. Marceau is on my top 3 reality people I can't stand. I also didn't understand the point. If you were going to handle this as men, how y'all like to say,
Mm,
if Tisha wants to get up and leave, let her leave. But if you say, no, baby, stay, don't shush me when, like, what I'm saying,
right.
I can't even talk.
Come on, Kim Cheese. Period. Yes.
So I didn't understand why she had to stay if you weren't going to let her speak. But I went up for Marceau at the end, but we ain't got there yet.
I know. But that part, go ahead, Erica.
Well, that part, the whole part with Tisha, oh, he just doesn't realize we're
Girl. Oh,
unaffordable or whatever. It was like it was nauseating, to be honest, okay? Because it's like, all right, I'm gonna stay with you. I'm gonna halfway know you're cheating. I'm going to take everything and whatever. But now I have to be on TV publicly proclaiming this when I could just be back in the back getting a drink. Like, I don't see
mhm.
why he made her stay. I think he made her stay to show his control over her, but it was
It was
just kind of
gross. Yeah.
sickening, to be honest. And I was just like, oh, and I was like, Martell, if you know something, now you need to
Please.
just lay it out there. But but it won't matter.
At
Like,
this
I don't
point, we
think
ain't
at
gonna
this
believe him
point it
because
will
he
matter.
did lay it out over there on the YouTube, Instagram, whatever it was, and we don't believe nothing he said.
Right.
At
Right.
this point,
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, because when they were in the storage room and they started talking about chairs and stuff, I started thinking right back to that Credit One. I was like, we talking about
Oh
the
my
couches
God.
and
that's what
Credit
Kimmy
One,
said. All
baby?
you need is a
That's the
chair. She
first
said,
thing
all
I
you need is
thought
a chair. I
about.
said, Kimmy, you selling on your man.
Yup. I was like, yes, Credit
She
One,
said,
baby.
all you
She
need is
knows
a
what goes
chair.
down in there. So she already exactly. So she already know.
Look, we know what time it was. So this is
They
what I'm saying. So to
already
me, I'm
know.
like that. I get that Martell is not a favorable character, for a lot of people, but I think that Martell is spouting out a lot of truth, especially when it comes to Marceau. I'm sorry. I really do believe what he's saying about Marceau. I don't believe that Martell is innocent and nothing. I think he's just horrible as far as a partner.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
kind of what Kiss My Cheeks is saying, and I agree with her. And also to take it a little bit further, it's not just that Tisha stayed. I feel like Martell feels away because Marceau and or Maurice act like they're better than
Yes.
him with this cheating and stuff, knowing
That's what
that
I
they
said.
all was
Yes.
doing the same, they doing threesomes, they tag teaming chicks and stuff. And so it's not just that, Tisha stayed and Melody didn't, it's that you all are actually looking down on me and we all
Right.
picking up these
He's
hoes
hating.
together.
He's
Like
hating.
how do you
He's
all feel like
hating. He's hating
you're
on that
better
so
than me?
bad because he's
So
like, why is it that I lost my wife? My wife. I
I'm the
lost my
bad guy.
family.
I lost
Everybody saw it. That I
everything.
lost everything I
Everything.
had, and y'all walking around, buttoning up your suits and ties, and talking about me, and you did the same thing that I did. He is very resentful about that. Even when he was talking, he's so pissed off. Like, how is it that she stayed? So when he does make that statement, I do agree with him. But she makes that statement about her.
Yeah.
He is upset that she's doing all this. That's why he attacks her, I believe. Also, you're attacking her because it's like, damn it, you blaming her for a whole divorce. Oh well, you guys got into it. Like, are you seriously blaming this woman? And even though you had a potato salad junior is not the reason why you divorced her. Hello.
I told you. And they were smart enough to go get them vasectomies. That was your fault.
So stupid to me.
But I
They
have a
moved.
question.
Go ahead,
Did
Bubba.
we skip a scene, or is it next week when Ken told them why y'all were at me?
No, that
Oh,
was
okay.
we
Wait, hold
skipped
on. When Ken
we
say
skipped it
what?
because the women were talking. When Ken was talking to the men is when Nell was
Oh,
talking to
oh
Destiny.
yeah, it
So
was double.
we skipped
Yeah.
that scene because
Okay,
remember
go ahead.
it was
Go
double.
ahead. Go
So we
ahead. Go
do
ahead.
need to go
Start
back on
killing
that.
you. Go ahead.
Well, I just recall because you were saying how they were being hypocrites, and I was like, the Scots, and I was like, yeah, because Ken called them out when he said, why y'all riding me about
Oh yes.
relationship?
Mhm.
People separate and be in relationships all the time, and the camera went straight to Maurice, and I was like, Maurice, I dare you to say something. I dare you. So we could bring Kimmy back up.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. Look, I agree with what Ken was saying as well. They come down kind of hard on Ken. I'm like, y'all come down hard on people because y'all been married 10 plus years. That don't make you better than anybody else. Y'all have all made mistakes within y'all marriage. Just because Martell's is on the front street and yours is not, kind of, that doesn't mean that you're better than everyone else who's married, not married. So they do come down hard on Kim.
Also, I feel like they come down on Ken harder because, you know what I'm saying, he's a male side dish, you know what I'm saying? But that it's different. Mac and cheese is different than
Oh, they
coleslaw.
hate
We
on
talk
him
about this
too.
every week.
They hate on him
So
too.
you still so I feel like they ride him harder because he's a side dude as opposed to everybody has a side chick.
But
But
And they think he look good, and all the women like how he
see,
look. To
no,
me,
that ain't even
yes,
it. That ain't even
yes.
it because Ken and
they
Eric
mentioned it more
are
than one time. But go
completely
ahead.
different side dishes. Like
Oh my god.
Ken is a side dish technically, but Arion is a side dish.
Oh, so I
Like,
mean he's adjacent. He's a
but
side
like
dish
the
adjacent.
Tiffany's.
Okay.
Now we don't know how they started or when Ken and Trish started. But if we go by whatever they said,
Right.
it was after the separation. And we do have to look at Maurice like you really because you have admitted you and Kimmy were together when you were still technically married, but you were separated. So I do think that's different. It is a little bit weird that Trisha refuses to
Yes.
file for this divorce.
Mhm.
But
You
no, I
go,
don't.
y'all wait till next week. Y'all gonna.
Ken
Ooh.
and Arion aren't the same. They aren't the
Mm.
same kind of side dish. Like
They're
Arion
not.
coleslaw is cold, but mac and cheese is hot, and we like to eat that over and over again. But
Oh
we
my
disrespect
god.
the coleslaw. We leave that in the refrigerator till it's spoiled, and then we throw it out.
I can't
We don't
stand
eat that mac and
so
cheese,
far.
Well, that's a good point. Coleslaw is great
and
with
that's it.
KFC, but
I don't
that's
like
it.
coleslaw.
So I agree
Okay,
with you.
so let's see. So we talked about that. Well, I just felt like that Kenny, that Ken was right about that, and it kind of reminded me of the old Ken that we saw at the beginning of this season, not the Ken going against Marquez and all that crap type of crap. So that was
It
good to
would have been
see.
so much better if he would have
Right.
said, "Right,
Right.
Maurice." If he would
That
have
would be
said, "Right,
hilarious. Who wants to cast the first stone? Let's see who says something.
I know, right? So yeah, that was a good point, and I think Ken is valid in that because it's like there's nothing to ride him about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all took your times moving from
Yeah.
relationships to relationships.
So let's
So
get to the part that the piece of resistance is when Maurice and then had their little conversation after, of course, the whole thing with Tisha. Even when she got up and left, I was happy she was gone.
I'm happy
So
too."
when Martell says, well, I'm sorry. Uh, okay, so the one thing I want to say is that he said that she was feeding. I'm sorry. She said she gets when she got mad, upset that you were feeding stuff about my husband to Mel. That's why we got into it. And it's like everything that happens, Martell is the start of everything. He always tries to come with something. But Tisha got so upset and she was, I'm just about to leave. Me myself, I've been calm and cuss your ass out. And I'll say, baby, I'll see you at the bar or in the car, whatever that looked like. I'm not finna engage with this man because he just trying to come at her. And I'm tired of seeing that. You're coming for a woman, not the men conversation, none of that, none of that. You're just coming for her for no reason. If she was coming for him in a really crazy way this whole season, I would probably still not like it, but understand it more. I don't get why he comes to Tisha the way he does. This is ridiculous. So Martell says, excuse me, you're letting everybody know how slow your wife is. And I thought that was so disrespectful. And for you to say you should be embarrassed. Marceau says you sound pathetic. Martell was like, no, you are, whatever. He said, I'm simply better than you are in every aspect of your life. Kim Cheese, go ahead. I know you want to go home. Go ahead.
He said, "I'm simply better than you. Do you understand?" In every aspect of life. I said yes. Yes. And it really ain't that the show went off. We don't really know Martell's response because he walked away. Um, I, I I hate to say I agree, but it's Martell, so I agree. Like Marcel, you could be better than Martell, but that's about it. I was happy for that read because that's one of them honest reads where I ain't gotta hit you with no slick stuff. I ain't gotta curse. I'm just gonna read you with the truth. I'm better than you in every
Period.
aspect. I got my
Period.
business license
And my wife. So
and my
next. Wow.
However delusional she may be, she still sees.
She's oh my god. It's Erica, what you thought, Mom? It's such a sad situation. Everybody's so sad.
It's tough because I don't know, Martell is a
Wow.
villain, but Marceau and his
Mm.
arrogance just is also irritating. Like it's like, oh, I don't know. I think Marceau is gonna get his
I think so
sooner or
too.
later. But yeah, I mean, I can see
Okay.
Martell's frustration, and definitely when he was like, "How is that working for you?" And then Martell just started
He did.
stuttering and blubbering
He
and
got
just
him
He
good.
like
don't come
looking
back.
looking
And
sad.
sometimes
He
you
didn't
gotta,
have any.
because you sitting up here arguing about 20 women versus
Yeah.
10, that ain't nothing. But when you hit somebody with the truth, Martell was shut up. He couldn't say anything.
The crazy thing is, I think that Tish knows about all this stuff. When he says 20 women, if you look at her face, it wasn't like, oh my God, or she starts going off. Like, whenever she doesn't like something, she goes off on him. Like, she the only thing she went off on him when he mentioned about you putting feet and stuff to Mel. When he mentioned all that women stuff, she doesn't move. So
Because
to me,
it's old. That's
I
what
mean,
she's
no, no.
saying.
Well, he trying to make it seem like, well, in my opinion, like it happened after college. And I'm inclined to believe there's probably some of that's probably true. And I'm not saying 20 women, but something happened down at the club in the back room with the no chairs. Okay, something happened. So I'm just, not that I was there for anybody trying to come for me. I'm just saying it's implied. That's the narrative. Okay. Go ahead, Erica.
I do think what I did find interesting about what Martell said was what he was saying in the confessional, because he's like, why is Marceau either wants to show that, okay, no matter what,
Mhm.
Tisha's going to stay with me, or she's going to be forced to make a choice or whatever. I think Martell made some good points in his confessional about, okay, because to me, I'm kind of like that too. Like, just leave him alone so we don't have to continue
Mm.
hearing this over and over. But why kind of make it like a big thing? Like, oh, I've never cheated. I've never done this. I've never done that, to make it to the point where what sort of evidence is Tisha really gonna have to walk away, or have her say, kind of like they keep cutting to that clip of Mel saying there's a respectable way to
Yeah.
cheat, you know? So I feel like they are pushing it where they want, or Marceau sort of is pushing it where it's like, okay, either you're gonna have to, because I agree. I think she knows. I think
Tisha
she I think
knows.
she's
She
I
saw
think
that
she's
man whole big
I
back
think
on
she
that picture.
knows.
Who else back was that? She know her man back when she see it. She's on the proof. That man
Yeah,
went
I
to a
think she
whole
knows.
nother continent without you.
Oh wow.
She has proof. She ain't leaving. And when you get around people like that, you just have you have to have the mindset, if they don't care, I don't care. It's not your marriage. And Martell needs
Right.
to have that mindset and just move on with his life. Trying to bring down the Scotts is not gonna work. Tisha and Kimmy not built like Mel.
At all. I agree with that too. They're not. They're way weaker than she is.
Not even
Um,
they just not leaving a man. Some
but no,
people
no. Well, okay. I don't want to say.
they're
Okay.
not leaving a
I'm
man.
trying. I'm trying to.
I would say more so Tisha than Kimmy. Like, if you had
Kimmy
some
seems
real
to share a proof
stuff,
too.
I don't know.
Well, okay. Again. I hate to use the word weak. I hate to use that word. I really do. But I do see male as stronger when I look at the ladies. I feel like Kimmy is older. I'm older too, so I'm not saying no age things for anybody come for me. I'm 48, but I'm saying she's older and she's setting her situation. Males like F the BS. I'm not doing. I'm taking my piece, and I feel like the other ladies. We got Donna Reed, which is who's Tisha, and then we have the lying cousin, Trisha, who doesn't know who she wants to be with, not be married, or have a side dude, or sleep with a married man. She doesn't know what she want to do, po thing. So I'm just saying, I really feel like Mel is the only one with a head on her shoulders that's really messed up. All the women on the show, Mel is the only one that's rocking the right thing.
We ain't gonna
Everybody
give Mel
else.
too much. It
Well,
did
no,
start
I'm not
with
saying.
you.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about comparing to the entire crew. Then yes, I'm sorry. Okay, Erica, what you laughing at? What you agree or not agree?
I agree. I'm just, but also I think the one difference is, and Kiss My Cheeks brought this up in terms of the
Mhm.
vasectomy. I feel like Mel would have stayed if that baby
Mm.
wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So I think having a full blown child on social media that's gonna, like y'all ain't got no agreement, and the
Right.
the side the the coleslaw is calling and stuff, like, yeah. So I think it got beyond. I think she would have, because he was with
Mhm.
Many
Coleslaw for
years.
many years before, you know, and I think if, what I'm saying, I think if Maurice had a full baby on Kimmy, or Marceau had a baby on Tisha, then then it would change the narrative. And I do feel like once you have a child during your marriage or whatever, which is, forever, then that kind of, you know. So I think that did make a big I think that is one distinction between the men that Martell seems to, like, not really realize. Like, dude, it's not just that you cheated. Like, you all were all out there. Probably Chris was with y'all
Probably
too,
was.
tag teaming people.
Mhm.
But if you the only one coming back with a souvenir from the tag
Right.
team,
But
it's
I
a
agree.
problem.
I don't know. I think it's really the show is, I don't know, it's a very draining
Yeah, it's
season.
another problem. And y'all are ladies. Y'all tell me y'all opinion about this question.
Mhm.
It's another problem when you cheating and it's just a hit and a quit. Like it's just a one off. I was drunk, or I just thought she was so fine I had to hit it. Versus an 8-year relationship. Like you keep cheating with this same person. To me, that's worse. Like cheating is cheating, but I feel like that's worse because now it's not only cheating, but you have a whole nother emotional connection with another woman, and this woman is being disrespectful, calling my phone and doing all this other stuff. You got a broke ankle and you jumping out the bed, hopping to your phone to get to her. Like I think that would hurt even more than a one-off.
Okay. Okay. I agree with that.
I mean, how
You
y'all feel about that?
Erica, go ahead, Erica.
I agree. I mean, I think because at that point,
Right.
basically, she's
Oh,
a
Jesus
sister,
Christ.
you know what I'm saying? To
That's
some
rough.
extent. And that part, and so I think that does cause a deeper level of jealousy, anxiety. That's a larger strain on the marriage. And I do agree with you, because to me, that was the one thing when Martell and Ariane did that interview, with Marceau's quote unquote side chick, assuming everything
Mhm.
she said was true. It was clear she was just a one off. Like, even though she tried to make it seem like, oh, I thought we had a relationship, he smashed you a couple of times. But anybody that's going to let your brother also hit is probably you're not even going to be the
I don't know
top on
why
the
that
side
was
chick
even
list. You know what I'm saying?
that
You
was
already,
so that was weird.
I mean, you already know you're on the bottom. And so, especially like you said, especially if, but that was what I'm not gonna say was so interesting,
Mhm.
but what was interesting about them trying to out Marceau is that they outed themselves, because they spent
Yes.
so much time. Ariane got so jealous
Baby.
trying to figure out where Martell was all the time. Girl, he was not
Yeah, that
married
was
to you.
weird.
You
What
was
was you in
you
there doing?
you
And
know
What
what
she
was
I'm saying?
rubbing on his baby, rubbing on his
Right.
jacket and taking. I'm like, girl, what?
Wait, where were you? What was this weekend? She
She
tried to
did.
cross reference. She spent the whole interview trying to figure out what Martell was doing the whole time. And it was just, so that was
A
honestly just
train
sort
wreck.
of sad on that side to see. But she was so proud in making it seem like she was better than the other girl,
Oh
because
God,
Martell was
yes.
dating her and taking her on whatever street and this and that. And it's like, well, no, that just makes Martell more of a deceptive person
I
in his
think she thought she was
actual
better than Mel
marriage.
too. Like when she did that, like like he's mine. It was just a pathetic interview.
I think that goes back to what Kiss My Cheeks point is that it's one thing if you just are like a smash, but I think Ariane got so bold with it because it was a
Mhm.
full-blown relationship. That's what gave her the sense of authority where I can call and do this and I can do that and I can be disrespectful because I'm not just somebody that I'm not just a smash and grab.
And the
He's
public knew
with
about it.
me
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's out in
Yeah. The
public
the,
with
the, the
me. Thank
public
you.
part of
So,
it
yeah.
really synced it for her. Oh my God, everybody knows about it and talking about it on the blogs, and she wanted so bad for Mel to say something. She wanted so bad to have her name or be on the show. To me, that was the ultimate goal for her, is be on that show. I
Yeah.
really think she wanted to be a cast member. And the thing about it, girl, I'm pretty sure Mel went to Carlos King and said, the day you have her on the show, I'm out of here. I would not step on set if she records anything. And I think that's what we're down. And there's no way the word Carlos gonna give up Mel over some Ariane. No,
Did
please.
you see the other week, Mel and I don't know who unfollowed who, but apparently Mel and Carlos don't
Oh
follow.
yeah, I reported that. I reported that. Yeah. Well, he has his private, but you can see she does not follow him. She
Mm.
made a video and she was saying she was tired
Mm.
of a lot of stuff. And I remember around that time she said people will be unfollowed. She said YouTube content creators will get no recommendation. She said I'm protecting my peace, and I respected that live she did because she's like, going to this new year, I don't have time for it. She can't control because she's under contract right now with the show. But
Mm.
if she don't want to see what Carlos posts, I agree with her because Carlos is messy for a producer. You want to have every hat on and be so into. Anyway, I won't get into that whole rant, but I just agree with where she's moving with this. I really do. What are your thoughts, ladies? Erica, go ahead.
Yeah. I I agree too because kind of like what I was saying with Bell Collective. I mean, Carlos tried to, you know, be the host, acting like, well, what do you think? And it's like, no, you you don't have to have
Right.
loyalty or whatever, but it's like I feel like all of these shows where it's like, okay, how far are you going to go for these extra spice?
Good point.
And actually, it's one thing to have it as a storyline. It's another thing to say, okay, this person ain't never been on the show, but we're gonna add
Right.
them, so that we can document my
Ooh,
pain,
yes.
and then we're
Mm,
supposed to be cool.
mm.
Uh-uh. Like I can see where you're like, okay, I might go to work, but
Right.
I
No,
don't
no,
have to
no.
watch this
Erica,
in
that
my
was
downtime.
perfectly well said. I love that. Kim Cheese, you agree?
I agree.
Because Carlos to be doing too much. I'm sorry he does, and people like sometimes are scared to say it. And I know Mod was talking about this when he first started doing, well, kind of coming out and doing his show on YouTube or whatever. And I know other content creators who are not crazy about him, and like I don't have a problem saying it in my own space. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about him doing some kind of whatever. But he wants to kind of take bloggers' places, in my opinion, on YouTube. He wants to be the only one, which is why who was that? Who said that? Was that you? When you guys said it about how
Somebody
on
said it wasn't
how
me.
how on all of a sudden is making the special with him covering all the
Mhm.
reality TV. It's like you guys are just taking from what you guys have seen content created for years and want to bank off it because OWN does not like to shout out bloggers. And I think that's so unfortunate. And much bloggers have made and show commercials on their channel and everything else, not commercials, but I'm sorry, advertise for
We're the
their
ones to get
content.
people to watch.
Yes, right. And I don't understand. Some people watch the panel or even other people bloggers recaps over the show. I don't want to watch the show. I'm going to see the recap. I might watch the show after I see the recap and see how the show was. I've heard that so many times on other people's
Mhm.
channels and on mine. So like
Right.
it just it's very disrespectful. I feel like as Carlos moves on the YouTube, and I know he listens to me and the other people. I know for a fact that listen, if not him, he has somebody doing this so he can know going on the streets. How is he able to move like us, even though he messes up? Because he follows and people follows us and all of us, and he's like, I saw this YouTube do this, you should
Yep.
do this. And I'm pretty sure it's not him. He probably has that guy Devin or what's his name? Donnie. I'm sorry, I don't mix his name up. I'm sorry, baby. Whoever he have on there, that one only guy that he lets do interview with him, the only
Right.
guy. Nobody else. And now he just added some dudes nobody knows of. I'm sorry, this might sound real shady. I'm giving facts. I'm sorry.
And,
Go ahead.
but also too, I think because I don't watch a lot of the interviews really because I always feel like his interviews are to support whatever storyline he's pushing on the show. So I'm like, why? That's why I'm watching the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not going to ask no real questions and we're not going to get no information that wasn't already aired, then why am I wasting my time watching this? So, like, every so often, usually I will do exactly what you're saying. I will watch somebody recap Carlos's interview, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, maybe it's worth it. But a lot of times, whatever he's trying to push on the show, that's kind of how he's gearing the questions with that person. So it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah. So that's why I watch the show,
Right.
Carlos. So like, if you don't have your own, if you're not going to really add a perspective or get something from the person that they didn't, that production didn't already tell them to say during the show, then like,
well, in my opinion, I'll say this: if they're going to use Carlos King for all, the interviews or whatever case may be, I don't have any problem with recapping just the shows, because I'll get interviews from HBO Max. I'll still keep pushing with Prime Video. I'll keep pushing with other networks that utilize bloggers to interview their cast members and promote their show. OWN is half black owned, and to me, they still act like it's 19 something. They don't get it. They don't get out that box, bro. Like, the crabs in the back. To me, I'm sorry, they do. They need to get out of that and expand. Be like Bravo and all the other shows. Bravo promotes bloggers all the time on their you'll see clips of interviews, all kind of stuff. Like, I just wish they would get on board with the way other networks move. I think it would be better for their show, to be honest. OWN is something that a lot of people support, black and white, but I'm just saying, for it to be a black, attached to that, you should support more black bloggers. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying you should get them a TV show or anything, but if they've interviewed with some of these bloggers, why not talk about these things during the show? Why not?
Or at least stop saying the blogger on the show when you know who it is.
Well, look,
like,
I'm gonna say something about that. Okay, so for one thing, that is trash, but at least they're saying something. Because even on Bravo, they don't say the person's name. I've heard them say, like, that podcast you went on, the interview you did. They don't necessarily say, even Tasha K, who's bigger than a lot of us.
Sometimes, right. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I know, like, definitely with Tasha K, I'm like, y'all can say Tasha K. Because I want to say, maybe it was Bravo. They did a Tasha K clip on one show. I want to say it was Housewives of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I was like, go ahead. So I'm like, y'all can say her name now, because Martell and Ariana.
But do you get my point, though? Like, even with Ready to Love, I've done over 30 interviews with these people, and I've never seen anything spoken about it. And even like I said, Tasha K is way bigger than me. Y'all still don't want to give a blogger credit. Because again, a lot of networks admit, okay, I don't want to give my shine to some of these content creators. The content creators keep our lights on, whether they admit it or not. Just like Kid My Cheek said. Some shows I wouldn't even know about. As I saw a content creator posting it, I'll post stuff and people hit me up saying, oh, this is coming out. They let me know, Misha. Because for some reason, it don't get to them unless they see it on the YouTube or the Instagram on the blogger's channel. Kid My Cheek, do you agree? And we went to hold on.
I have something to say. If we're honest about it and we think about some of the unfortunate things that our community does, like you said, crabs in the barrel. When you look at Bravo is the big fish. It is. Everybody wants to get to Housewives. We're not going to act like Love and Marriage and Housewives are the same.
Agreed.
They're not. So Carlos, to me, wants to be Bravo. He wants to be Andy Cohen. Okay. Bravo is so big, they can afford to shout out content creators because that content creator is not going to be as big as Bravo. Okay. But maybe Carlos may feel, I can't afford to shout out content creators because these creators might have the same amount of subscribers as me. I don't want to give somebody the shine that could be elevated above what I'm trying to do, because a lot of content creators, the bigger ones, make more money than them people doing this reality show, because we all know if you get to a certain level on YouTube, you make a good amount of money.
Agree.
So maybe that's why. And it's unfortunate, because when you said crabs in the barrel, that's made me think of this. It's unfortunate in the Black community that we can't elevate people who we think might be close to where we are, because we're so scared someone may surpass us.
Yes.
Until I get up here, like, you got to stay down here, because until I get up here,
period,
I can't come back down and get you, because you might get up there before me. And that's very unfortunate. And that's what I think about Carlos. Like, he's willing to work with some people, but once he feel like somebody getting too close to where he at, No more, because I got to get up here to Andy Cohen's level first before I let you get up there.
Wow.
And he needs to realize OWN is never going to be Bravo. It's not. I know you got your late night with Carlos and you want to act like you doing Watch What Happens Live.
Woo-hoo!
It's not the same.
I gotta get that clip. That was everything. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kimberly. I'm sorry. That was everything. Oh my
And
gosh.
it's unfortunate that, like, Andy, you can say whatever you want to say about Andy, and people do. But he's not friends with these people. He's not really in their day-to-day life to where these people feel like, oh, you know I got a restraining order, but you still bringing them on the show, stuff like that. Andy isn't even a part of production. He's like Carlos.
Say it again. Yes. Yes.
Andy, right now, Andy is just the face. You think he really know what they shoot on
Girl.
a day-to-day basis?
Mm-hmm.
You think
Say it
Andy's
again.
really calling people saying, y'all need to pick it up or you getting fired? Andy is not that close to it. But Carlo wants to be there. And until Carlos gets
Oh,
up there,
kid.
he's going to keep pushing everybody down, content creators, because we all be on YouTube and we've
Yes.
seen Carlos steal sayings and phrases from other Black content creators to try to make it seem like it's his own. We've seen that with our own two eyes. And so it's just very unfortunate that Black people, not all, but in the Black community, we have that crabs in the barrel thing where we feel like we can't work with people because we're scared they may get somewhere before we will, instead of everybody getting there together.
And I don't understand why it has to be like that. I will never move that way. Now, mind you, I'm selective about anybody I work with now. People will hit me up and say, how you get this, how you get that. I had to work really hard to access some of these websites, be a part of the media of certain. I'm not going to get that out for free. I'm not, because those days are over for me. I'm not saying I won't help anybody. I'm never going to be like that. But I'm just not going to continue to move that way when then no one wants to even assist me with nothing. Everything I've ever gotten has been over hard work. I'm not gonna lie, somebody might hit me up and have a question. I'll be happy to help as much as possible. But all the work I did to get the registration and being approved, I'm not giving out nothing. Maybe I didn't watch the whole entire season of Hair Marriage Huntsville and have and did. And I'm just being honest. I can talk my shit and say that. That a lot of these shows that a lot of people watch, I've seen a week two before because of the hard work I've done to be attached to these certain things. But will I get that secret away? Nope, because I'm just tired of it. I will help people that's around me in my circle that I've trusted all this time, and I keep my chiefs. Erica's one, a few of those people. But beyond that, I'm sorry. I've been burned too many times, and so I move a certain way now. I'm sorry.
But
Erica,
you're
hi.
also not going to YouTubers' channels, looking at their videos and
Oh
seeing.
no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Right, so it's, to me, it's different. It's one thing to
And I will shout them out if I do see, if I use anything, which I'm not using. If I say anything, I always talk about the channel. Hey guys, I got this from them idea, whatever. Go ahead, mom. I'm sorry.
I agree. Like if I say something and I heard it from someone else's channel, like, oh, I heard this from Giving You the Real Tea or something like that, as an example.
Right.
I won't just make it seem like, oh, Angie is saying something clever. But I'm just saying it's one thing to hone in your knowledge and not give away your knowledge for free. That's understandable. It's another thing to steal from other people and not give them their shout outs, and then also feel like you're better than them where they can't even collab with you. Like, I'm gonna steal from you, but I'm still too good to kick it with you too.
Oh, I love that. You ain't got a lot of kick it. Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I was just going to agree with her. I think that's very valid. And I think a lot of it is coming from, and especially, with things that are happening
Oh
over
God,
with
yeah.
TikTok, it's going to happen even more because, you know what I'm saying? Because all these reality stars or whatever, even Bravo is feeling the heat, right? Bravo ain't what
Yes.
it used to be. So all of those people are now becoming
Yes.
now everybody's fighting to be a content creator. And I think that part of it is like, okay, if like there are a lot of people who are, actors and singers or comedians and actors, or you have one so you don't have to just stay in one lane, but you do have to respect when you go into something different. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to start producing a reality TV show and think I know as much as Carlos and I'm just king of everything. Is the same way if you come over and now, from producing to now, okay, now I'm a blogger. So, everybody has to interview with me. Well, no, you need to respect what you're going into as well, because it's still a craft. It's still something that people have taken time and years to really
Oh
develop.
God,
So
yeah, I
it'll be
broke down
interesting to
some. Oh,
see.
sorry. Go ahead. I'm just saying. I loved what y'all said, both of y'all. It's right on. It's right on point.
Nah, so yeah, it'll be interesting because now, people are going to be flooding from
Oh my
TikTok.
God,
So
good
it'll be
point.
interesting to
I
Good
think they're
see
point.
gonna
what
flood over
happens.
to Instagram though.
They're gonna do both, and the thing was gonna, I'm gonna say what's gonna happen because YouTube and Instagram know that TikTok is about to shut whatever. They are gonna prepare with some new rollouts. Watch in the next few weeks, we're gonna see all kind of new different things we can do with reels, whatever, trying to compete when
Yeah,
people are losing from TikTok. YouTube, the same thing. They started with their shorts. Now they're promoting behind the scenes to a lot of content creators, short, so you can, because it's true. The quick watching the video, you get that analytics. People watch it. You got a video that's 2 seconds long. It ends up being 2,000 views on it, and it happens to me all the time. I know Erica and Kimachis do the same thing. That people are gonna start because people want to watch something really quick and just scroll through it. And shorts is kind of that. They're probably gonna elevate a little bit more. Add in some things that TikTok actually
they'll
has.
have to add them filters and
Right,
songs, stuff
right.
like
Well,
that.
they already got songs and stuff on so I'm just telling you, it's gonna really be, it's gonna benefit us. I feel like 'cause we a lot of I use Instagram and YouTube a lot
I,
more than I do TikTok.
yeah, I think I think if you're already where you want to be, then now is going to be the
I,
time to push, because I do feel like the relationship, like you have shorts or whatever, but YouTube, I think at the end of the day rewards long form content. So I think it's gonna, and making that transition, it's not, nothing's impossible, but it's just different. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and the
It does.
algorithm works differently. So it's not like when I go on TikTok, like for me, I'm spending so much time on YouTube. I don't really like TikTok because when I go on there, I'm like, why are you showing me this random person dancing? Like, I know the things that I like, and what I like is going to my homepage and
Right.
having YouTube
Hmm.
recommend people along the things
No,
that
I
I'm interested
understand.
in.
Right.
Shoot, I don't want to see, like, what I'm saying? Like every so often, I'll watch a whole bunch of true crime,
Same
and
here.
then I
Same
get a
here.
lot of law and crime. That's that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Whereas TikTok's algorithm is really different. So the people are going to be, so changing the audiences, I think it'll just be a good time for everyone
Yes,
to
I
kind
agree.
of grow
Hmm.
on their short side and on their long side. So I think it'll be good, but I think it'll be interesting because
Okay.
you know, everybody's
Yeah,
gonna
they
become
already are now,
an
child. But so
influencer.
I wanted to kind of this is the end
Exactly.
of our show. We've been on for well, this was a good, really good live. I know everybody had things they got to do, so I'm just gonna summarize what I got coming up. I just did an interview with uh what is it? Beast Games. The one the last episode y'all just saw with the cliffhanger. I interviewed her because I am the queen of reality TV. Period. I'm not saying anything 'cause I don't know anything. Came out TV. I'm
okay.
not allowed to. Girl, you know how this
I'm
works.
2 episodes
How would I
behind.
know? I'm not giving
I'm,
any spoilers. I'm saying all I'm saying is, oh my God, come on, Jesus, so ridiculous that I interviewed Beast Games. I'm just letting y'all know so y'all go watch it. And I have some other interviews coming up in the next few weeks. Kind of what I did with Squid Game. And I just started, interviewing all the cast. I'm doing the same thing with and I want to keep it quiet until I got the interview, so I can be the first one to do it. Y'all know I love being first. So please make sure y'all check that interview out. It's really doing well right now on the views. And yeah, that's what I got going on. What do you have coming up, Miss Kimachi's TV?
Today we're gonna get into the first 3 episodes of Traders. No spoilers because I ain't watched the third one yet. I gotta hurry up and watch that one before the live. But I'm
So I gotta
really
watch that
liking
one too.
Traders this season. It's really good.
It is.
All Stars 5, the challenge All Stars 5 is coming up in a few weeks. And so today I plan on doing the trailer review because I haven't sat down and gave my opinions on that. What else is coming up? I think it's the regularly scheduled program. We're still going to talk about the challenge reunion. Harlem is coming up. There's another content creator. His name is L Train. We usually talk about Harlem every season. So Harlem will be back, I believe, next week. So look out for that. It's just a lot of new content coming out. I am getting back into my makeup videos. And, like you said, 2025 is the year I really want to push for my channel. I really want to try to make it grow. So I am looking out for other shows that maybe I haven't reviewed in the past that I could watch and review that might be interesting. I'm not just gonna watch anything. It has to at least
Right.
be interesting. But
Hmm.
I am looking to reach out and add a couple of things to the roster to get the channel up and growing some more because I feel kind of stagnant. I
Okay,
haven't
got you.
had a big push in a while.
Okay. Yeah, I was pushing the confessions, but I have really need to kind of, yeah, I know what you're saying. But and people love your story time too. I look at you look at your
I
numbers.
do
They love your story time, and they also love when you do anything to challenge. You get a lot of views from that.
I do love the
So
channel.
so what I'm going to say, as far as I almost forgot about it, I'm about to watch the whole season of Harlem, and I can't review it until the show comes out. But um, I am going
Um,
to I am going to talk about it once the show premieres. So that's something I'm doing the same thing you kind of doing too. I've never talked about Harlem before, but because I'm getting access to these shows, I'm gonna go ahead and review but I'm gonna watch it probably today. I'm just gonna binge it and watch all of them. I can't talk about it because I ain't trying to get in trouble. So, but yes, again, when I talk my talk and say these things, people, it might sound like I'm boasting, but when you work as hard as I have done over time, it's important to me to say these things because it's like I'm not DMing anybody. I'm talking to PRs only. I'm talking to production only. And this is a level that I wanted to be at a long time ago. It just took me a while to get here. And so I talk my shit when I do, period. Okay. Go ahead, Miss Eric. What you got on your channel, Miss Thang Thang?
Love during lockup. I'm gonna do a sort of an ending to because I need to get it done today, but 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Today is like the first reunion. So I'm going to kind of do the last few episodes of that. I think I actually am going to do Squid Games because I'm like, I'm not really into, I don't know. I think it's a little
You
bit
mean
harder
you
when
talking
all the
about when
episodes
it comes out
drop
in
or whatever.
December, November? Oh, okay.
Squid Games
Oh,
just is
you mean
on
the
Netflix
regular one? I'm
right
sorry,
now.
because Squid Game's a challenge. I'm confusing now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry, sorry. No, I mean the actual Squid Games. But yeah, so that's the part that's so hard. Like with Netflix, sometimes I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
how many episodes and over what time is it still relevant or whatever. But I do want to start doing more
Good idea.
from Netflix
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
Amazon Prime. And yeah, like I'm caught up on Harlem, so maybe I'll do Harlem, I think. But I'm trying to do some new shows and kind of some not all
Me
reality,
too.
some
Me too.
scripted things as well. So yeah, so that's why I was like, okay, maybe I really will, because I really did like the first regular Squid Game. So I was like, maybe I'll do Squid Games
Good numbers
as
with the
well.
videos too, by the way.
So yes,
Some good videos.
you said
I
again.
did one video about the ending because everybody was confused about the ending, and did pretty good numbers. So yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna really, and what I actually may, uh, well, I have a few other ideas. So like Kiss My Cheek said, it's gonna be new,
Oh, that's why I'm
interesting,
doing these
different
shows that I
content.
haven't done before, is because if they're gonna send me these shows to watch, I was like, I need to watch them and talk about them because they sometimes don't have not been my regulars. I'll watch the show and everything else, but or try to or interview the cast like I did with Amazon Prime with Cross. I love doing that junket, by the way. But now I'm gonna review the show when I watch the show as well. I want to kind of give them that. It's like I want them saying, well, I'm just giving her these shows to watch. She didn't review them, so that's why I'm gonna review Harlem because I think it's gonna really be a good season this
Did
season.
you watch season 1 and 2?
I watched some of one. No, most of one. I didn't watch two, but because they sent me this whole season, I only have a certain amount of time to watch it. I'm just gonna binge it because you gonna be. I don't want to lose the access. Well, I won't lose the access, but I just want to go ahead and watch it because it's gonna premiere, and then that way I'm gonna have my notes together. So when it does premiere, and also to Erica, if you're doing a show like when I do Netflix, one thing I learned as a blogger, I do them in groups. I might do episode like I did what's traders. I did a group video like, oh, this is the live doing episode 1 through 3. So don't do all in one time. You'll just do them in groups like one
Gotcha.
through like first premiere or do 2 episodes. That way you're not making yourself having to binge everything. You just do 2 episodes at a time and do a group.
Exactly, because everything I'm like, oh, it's gonna run
Mhm.
together and da da da.
And
So
then just
yeah,
take
I
your
think that's
notes.
what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
just take your
Maybe
notes
do
and then you'll
Squid
have
Game.
your two
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
notes. And then you just do that every time that way. That way you can give yourself time because everybody doesn't always binge every episode. Some people will watch only the first 2 episodes, to be honest, and they won't watch the third one until later. So you'll still have your audience reach with that as well. So
Right.
that's what I learned. Okay. All right,
Me,
y'all. We're about to get. Okay, Mama, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, if you're looking for some on Netflix, I think Young, Rich, and African starts this week too.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh yeah, Mana and I were talking about going to do that. So yeah, and I have watched that other seasons of that, so I probably will do them for sure because they are
Okay,
so
so
funny. That
I'm
those
actually
shows,
gonna. I'm supposed to be
yeah,
getting
I
the.
love that.
I'm
So
supposed to
yeah.
be getting the first episode of that show also, and so I'm gonna
Oh, nice.
actually review it because they're sending me the episodes. So hopefully we can work something else out for everything else. And so I'm gonna actually review this show because I'm gonna probably be able to watch at least the first premiere. So yeah. I'm just doing some new stuff. I'm kind of, I guess I'm in the same bag y'all are in as far as trying to do something different. I'm doing the same thing also. So I think that's a good look. All right, y'all. This was a good live. I'm sorry, y'all. We went on a little long, but y'all been here for 30 plus for the past 20 minutes. So you must like what you hear. With that being said, make sure you guys follow both these ladies on their channels, please. Next time they'll be able to add their channels so their audience could also be here as well. I'm still learning this restream, but I do love it. With that being said, let me get my wait a minute. Oh, real quick. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. So let me go ahead and add some membership gifting. Y'all know how this goes. I don't have control who it chooses. It just chooses whoever. So 5 people are chosen. Somebody named Tunitive One, April, Judy. If you guys are my indie coop, if anybody's my enemy, it is what it is. You're gonna be a membership until you cancel it. Okay. And also too, I wanted to show that a couple of my merch. One thing I do like about Restream is that I'm able to show you guys a QR code where you guys can purchase my merch, opposed to trying to do all the extra stuff that StreamYard would not let me do. So y'all, here's my first one. I got Pookie in them. This came from Ready to Love years back when a Ready to Love cast member sent her ghetto cousins after, or tried to, in my chat. And so that's where Pookie and them came from. And then also I have my slippers as well. Please make sure you guys scan the QR code. And if you see in the left corner, you'll see the QR code for my Cash App, which you can just scan that and donate. And that's all I got. I love you guys down. This was welcome all new members. I will see y'all next time. Where's my freaking video? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn this crap. Oh, here we go.
Ciao
Bye.
for now, folks.
One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it. It is